my name is Air, and welcome to Flying with Air, the #1 apothecary and metaphysical stores in Miami as well as in Knoxville, Tennessee. I am someone that definitely has had quite a journey. If you look into Flying with Air, you'll see that I am a survivor, as well as someone that's educated in both Western medicines and Eastern medicines. I opened up Flying with Air to be able to give a more natural and holistic approach to the mental health, as well as the physical and the spiritual health of every single person that walks through our doors. So one thing I'll definitely say is the moment you walk through any of our stores, you'll automatically see that there's absolutely no judgment that happens in this zone. And even though we try to always promote peace and tranquility and a healing environment, sometimes we get people that have gone through very traumatic experiences that are still holding on to that anger. I am someone that has been one of those people. I've been someone with a lot of anger. I've been someone with a lot of pain, a lot of trauma, and then a lot of skepticism. So in this video, I want to be able to teach you guys, just like I'm able to teach all of our customers, literally thousands of stories that we've had over the years in so many different locations across, Knoxville and across Miami and the South Florida area. And with that, spirituality has been like a really intense subject since the pandemic, and it has been ongoing as far as being one of the front leading things that are in our minds these days. So I actually tell even my employees and all of my customers, my friends, my family, that I absolutely love a good skeptic. And I love it when I actually meet people that are in pain, because that is why we're here. That is why I'm here on this planet, to be able to teach and to be able to bridge and be able to help others find healing. Because somebody at one point looked at me when I was broken and when I was defeated and said, hey, we're going to help her, and hopefully she'll enlighten the world. And I'm still on that journey. I'll be honest with you, every single day of my life is a healing journey, but I'm in love with the journey, not the destination. So if you find yourself on a spiritual journey or on a healing journey, definitely know that the best way to get started is to fall in love with the journey and not necessarily the results. It is going to be a bit of a roller coaster, and it's going to be some ups and downs. There's a really good saying of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and that can definitely be very similar to the healing journey as well as the spiritual journey. So I promised you guys a video where I would teach you guys how to defend your spirituality, and to be able to defend your spirituality not only to a skeptic or someone that's in your life, but also to yourself. So I love to just go deep into this, and I might not be able to cover every single topic, but I did want to be able to provide at least a medium length video on some of the top things I do whenever I meet somebody like that, or whenever I'm struggling mentally myself. Okay, so let's get into like the first one. This is going to be a scenario where we're at one of the stores, and we have stores in Sunny Isles, Florida, Aventura Mall, Florida. We also have one in Wynwood, Florida, and we have one in Knoxville, Tennessee. So in any of those locations, or even with our wholesale online, or our customers that do purchase with us, thank you guys, online, whether it's in the US or whether it's in another country, this is for you guys too. It's not just for the people that we physically see. So in this instance, this is someone that has either came up to us in Aventura Mall or in Sunny Isles, and has even came up to me personally and said, I don't believe any of this. Like, this is outrageous. I don't know how herbs work. I don't understand crystals. Like, this is just like, out there. They can't help me. This can't be beneficial. All of these lines. There's so many different ways they propose it, but all I honestly hear, and the first thing I want to teach you guys to hear, is I'm hurting. I don't believe that this will help me, but I want to hear more. That is what they're actually saying to you, is I don't believe, I'm hurting, I want to hear more. Now, there are some people that are out there just to hurt others. And those people, again, hurt. So there's another saying that I absolutely love, and it's hurt people hurt people. So if somebody's in a very attacking mode or a very skeptical mode, just realize that they're hurting. And there might be something that you can do in this moment, something I'm about to teach you guys, that can really turn that around, that can really be the difference on how they start to see their healing journey as well as spirituality. So I try to always meet whoever I'm talking with where they're at. I can't force somebody to automatically be on a spiritual journey with me if I've been in a spiritual journey for at least 10 years, right? That's not even fair, to be honest with you. Just like you can't meet somebody that's a survivor of some type of assault or some type of hardship, like a refugee or a divorce. You can't just be like, be better, feel better. Like, it doesn't work that way. So it's very similar whenever you're talking to someone that's skeptical or even angry about spirituality or herbs or crystals. So I will start with maybe sage, because that is one of the more popular gateways where people get to learn about spirituality and they get to learn about healing. And with that, I love sage. Sage is both biochemically very beneficial to the air and air purifying, and then also does have metaphysical properties as well. So if you don't know the term sage, you might have heard of salvia blanca, or you might have heard of smudging. It's all in the same type of wheelhouse. So with sage, I always meet the customer where they're at. People will pick it up. It is an herb, it is a plant. Actually, it is a flower as well, and it is beautiful. White sage, white flowers. There's also purple sage, different variants, and there's also different types of sage. So it's going to be important that as you go along your journey, if you want to be able to teach others or you want to go deeper in for yourself, that you realize there's different types of sage out there. There's also different types of herbs and different types of crystals. But when somebody comes up to me and they're picking up the smudge or they're picking up the sage and they're like, this doesn't work, the first thing I have to do is kind of assess where they're at. Are they someone that's a very analytical person, or are they someone that just hasn't been introduced to spirituality? And if that's the case, this is where my Western education really comes into play, where I get to teach them about the biochemical properties of this product instead of the metaphysical products first. So if I have something like sage, I would be like 100% understand where you're coming from. I'm going to tell you about the biochemical properties on what it does. And then if nothing else, you at least know it's going to purify your air by dismantling the viruses lingering in the air. Also by killing the bacteria in the air, which promotes a very purified air environment, especially after diseases and conditions like coronavirus have been lingering in the air, or even type of smell of like a mold, or even that stench that you might have from like an old attic. Meanwhile, there is a metaphysical affiliation with sage. It is a sacred herb, and they connect that with cleansing different types of energy, especially negative energy, to be able to start again in a new space metaphysically and energy-wise. And when I present something like that to someone, whether they are scientifically minded or whether they are spiritually minded or whether they're like me and they're somewhere in the middle, a little hybrid, they're going to respect that answer. And even if you get somebody into one of your stores like me, or even if you just meet somebody like a family member or a friend that's a little bit more skeptical about it, if you present them where they're at, it just automatically disentangles any type of skepticism or any type of anger or hostility. So that is sage, or white salvia, salvia blanca. That is probably going to be the strongest way that I say, as far as like high level, how I would approach somebody that is skeptical or somebody that is battling through that healing journey. So I can apply this to pretty much anything in our stores, and then also into coaching and into different types of services that we provide. I love working with the science and with the metaphysical. I feel like that's why I was placed on this earth, was to kind of be a bridge between the two for people. So if you are more interested in learning something about other herbs or other crystals, other services that are provided, or even other talents, please reach out to us. Please let us know what you think. Let me know if you thought that this was valuable, if this, kind of tweaked your mind a little bit on how you approach a skeptic or how you approach somebody that is on their healing journey or starting it. And by all means, I am available for any questions, whether it's in store or online. Doesn't matter where you're at. I want to hear from you guys. And thank you so much for being part of my healing journey and letting me teach you guys today. So you can find us online at www.flyingwithair.com, on social media like Instagram or TikTok. That is also Flying with Air Shop as well. And then I will be honest with you, I love Pinterest. So Pinterest is where I'm going to be posting a lot of these type of videos, as well as YouTube, to be able to teach a little bit more with infographics or with short films like this one. So thank you so much and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Good vibes and love, Air.